What's up guys, it's the Devil's Talon here, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at how you can improve playing in solo tournaments, even if you're on high ping, by analyzing one of EU's best players right now, and that is Hen. But before I get into this VOD review guys, if you do enjoy my content or find what I'm telling you helpful, please drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on post notifications. But without further ado, let's just jump right in. Alright guys, as you can see on the screen, we have Hen's POV. For those of you who do not know Hen, he is probably the best player in the world right now. Don't believe me? Listen to this 7-day span that he recently had. On Monday, he placed second in the Trios Cash Cup. Then on Friday, he qualified for FNCS Opens Round 1. Saturday, after qualifying for 2 rounds of FNCS Qualifier 1 to get him into Sunday Finals, he then plays in the NAE Solo Cash Cup, then wins it. Then on Sunday, he placed first in FNCS Qualifier Finals number 1, and thus getting a ticket to FNCS Grands Semis. After that, on Monday, he then places first in the Solo Cash Cup. So if you're keeping track, that is a second, first, all in 7 days of Fortnite. That type of consistency is unheard of and incredible. And we're going to take a look how he won the Cash Cup on such a high number of ping. Now, for those of you who are smart about competitive Fortnite, most of you may point out that most pros weren't playing on NA East. However, I don't think it takes away anything from Hen, specifically just because of the fact that there's people playing on 0 ping here that aren't even sniffing this level of consistency. Now, we don't see where he lands, and he comes in Game 3, but this is going to be around a 15-16 kill win, a W key type game. You're going to see all facets of Hen throughout this entire VOD review. We get a pretty basic charge kill starting off, using the harpoon, which is going to be incredibly important for high ping. Notice here, you're getting the chug splashes off, doing a good job of creating space, and then he catches the opponent. Good awareness where that opponent is, and then just gets the charge shot to finish. The opponent had nothing. And we also notice in both of these engagements that we've just seen, good amount of pre-fight damage. He's starting off the fights with good damage. Good huge crack right here, 100. Good read. Blue charge. He's trying to build up the ping being a little bit of an issue, as you can see. Not successful in taking the wall. Gets on a good Arcrum peak right there. Opponent makes a good play, gets a little bit of chip damage. Now this fight is going to take a little bit long. We're going to see Hen do a great job of defensive, using basically a box to create space. Good cone right here. Good angle. Just a little bit slow getting to the side. And then he's using good reload management right here. The fight kind of extends. And as you can notice, still struggling to get walls. Playing very cautious, not cycling in, obviously. Doesn't double swing. Pickaxe baits, right? Doesn't want to get caught. Gets this wall. Doesn't get the front wall. Doesn't matter. But then he realizes that he has floor edit on him, and then he wins the exchange, opponent having literally nothing. Now you're going to see a preference for the purple tack here. Good job. Doesn't get any piece control after that. Misses, unfortunately, right here. But again, you're going to see some things you're going to need to use on high ping. Harpoons and exploits. Beautiful harpoon in, and then he's going to Metro Classic. Good recognition that he had a ramp right there to instantly get in. He ends the fight without having to take the wall. He has 7 kills without stealing 1 wall that we've seen. So again, really good importance, catching your opponents off guard, preemptive piece control, and use of exploits. Good right-hand peek, he catches an opponent, absolutely shambles. Again, using this harpoon, he catches an opponent sanding, instantly gets in, doesn't get any damage off. Using this tack shotgun like an AR, constant pressure, you see this all the time. Now I love this, again, just finding good. He actually does double swing there, opponent doesn't recognize, but still no wall take. He finally gets a wall take. Recognizes where he's going to be, and the opponent just edits out on him. Good crosshair placement right there. And this isn't even a super bad game. 9 kills, 30 people. Now this is the only bad play I would say of the VOD review. If he just kind of 50-50s in here, and then just wins his aim battle. 19 and moving is not anything to sneeze at. That's actually a very solid for the Cash Cup. He jumps over this opponent, and good crosshair placement. Kind of bails him out here. He's going to take a lot of damage, but notice he's going to play a lot of floppers. He's going to do a great job. You're going to see Hen's aim on display right here. Gets one little tap, but you're going to see him beam people throughout. This is such good recognition right here. Hen goes, he goes, oh my goodness, I have free high ground. No one's contesting me for high ground. Uses his flopper. And he has two things of pressure. I think this is also another tenet of W King on high ping. Having a lot of spray is going to be very advantageous. Now you see this opponent cranking for high ground. Hen doesn't waste his mats. He chops the opponent down. Gets him a crack. The opponent takes the bouncer. He breaks him down again, hugging that wall. Does the same thing. He breaks him down. Gets more damage. Gets kind of scuffed. And now pressure on the high ground. Opponent falls again. Cracks him. No reload management. Hits him for 36 once. Opponent again continues to crank up for some reason. And you're going to see him again use that like a shotgun. Use that like a shotgun. Use that tack shotgun. Basically constant pressure on the walls. Good reload management. You're going to see an absolute fry. Really good aim. He still has high ground and a decent amount of mats. One flopper. Now you're going to see textbook getting ahead and looking back. Look right here. Gets ahead of the zone. Looks back for picks on height. Good aim right there. Good tags. Nice. Good pressure. Gets it right here. He's like, okay. I'm going to sit here and look. Okay, I need to get ahead. This is really smart. Breaks it one tap. Using the spray is so good on high peak. And same exact thing. Get ahead. Spray. Spray. Let zone come to the back. Pressuring the second height player. Basically bullying him down. He kind of gets... And he does the same thing. He builds up here. Opponent dies to storm. And plays it safe once he takes a significant amount of damage. He sees the opponent, gets a nice little right-hand peek, and ends the fight. That's a really good game one. Now this I don't condone. It's smart. I'm not going to lie. If you really need a pick, but oh, it's so trashy. Just
great lever, bro. This is not looking good for me. I'm not baiting.
It looks bad. 34 in this zone. Significant amount. Good aim right here. And I don't know how that opponent died right there. A TT9 player maybe. But it's Surge, so these games are relatively stacked. You're going to see him finding those floppers, taking a bouncer. We're going to see some good endgame play. He has a lot of mats. So interesting that he kind of sits there and cone peeks, gets a free kill in back of zone. Good layer switch right there, and then use of the bouncer unfortunately doesn't work to his advantage. Now this is a little bit of... Doesn't sit there and takes his time. He missed a bunch of shots, but he does get high ground out of it, which could have maybe been a free elimination. He then gets height, immediately switches to hard mats, and again, since he's already ahead, what is he going to do? Good endgame fundamentals. Look back. Free kill on edge zone. Good recognition that he is pretty high up, so he's going to bounce her head and connect. Really, really good job. Really smart. Staying ahead, looks back, gets another pick. Again, endgame fundamentals right here. Using his bouncers to advantage, I believe he's going to do it again here. Either he may tarp down. Nope, he has pretty much someone tarping for him who's building in wood. He sprays out this person in front of him. But it's really good. He only has to single tarp. He connects right there, and then he gets up ahead. He does not bouncer. But high ground with a scar is so broken, looks back, and then gets some very, very good bloom. Ends that fight. Gets a free elimination on this person as well, holding height. And then the same thing. Look, getting ahead, look, create a lot of space out in front. Pressure anybody you see. 54, and then unfortunately that opponent does get stolen from him. He sits here, backs, waits. He's going to build down, flipping his builds, and then again getting ahead, getting to that front edge of zone. Sees an opponent in zone, gets another headshot crack. Now opponent starts build fighting, but look at his mats. He has 600 mats. He can't afford to build fight him if he wants. This opponent does end up getting it. Now this is 200 IQ. We're going to talk about this. We saw Rich Homely Quinn do this. This is so smart. That is a great way to bounce her down without getting fried from the top. Good 92 crack right here. Not taking anything stupid, playing extremely slow. He's even going to get a big off here. He probably knows he has more mats than the opponent on low ground, having almost a full stack of wood. He's going to get that big off, play safe. And now he's going to be incredibly intelligent with the way he plays this.
Why are they going for high?
Really, really, really smart right here. The opponent breaks him down. He still has more mats. He's got a nice little crack right here. You're going to see it 108. And then the opponent's going to pressure. He has floor floppers. This creates an incredibly hard angle for this opponent to do anything. Eats a flopper. He sits there and waits, and the opponent with 0 mats on low ground wins, using the storm to his advantage right there with those floppers. Alright, I don't know what this is, and I don't know how he's getting this in 90... 100-point lobbies in Storm Surge, but he kills a person with a tap fire SMG. That's just kind of funny. It's a little bit of a wood refresh there on that body. Good layer switch. Doesn't want to get caught up by that opponent. You're going to see a very good conserve kind of solo tart right here. Nice little stair tart. Get in immediately. Create 2 boxes for extra space. Good awareness that it's not his cone. He sees the stair there, so knows the opponent is not going to take it. And he gets a fortunate zone. As you can also see 7 floppers. We don't get to see anything with his particular drop, but we do get to see these endgame fundamentals. Really important fry right there, and I'm going to tell you why, because he's going to end up picking up that elimination to Storm in a second. Interesting to use the mini for 9 HP. I don't know if he thought he was lower than he was. This is an example of him not... I love this right here. This is a little nuance thing. He gets that pickup right there. Maybe he was confident in that. I don't know. But let's just take a little bit of a sneak peek at what I'm talking about here. Notice how he has someone right on his lair, sitting right in front of him. What does he do immediately? He builds and he waits. He waits. He gets also that siphon right there, which is really nice, right? I told you that those cracks were going to be really huge. But then he sees that opponent goes, and then he switches the lair. Takes a little bit of damage. And then he switches his lair, gets, look at all this free space, and then he starts playing a lower level lair. He has the mats to do it. He goes almost to low ground, but doesn't, and then creates a significant amount of space into this half zone. And Textbook looks back now that he's in. Opponent really catches him off guard, but look, seven floppers. This is not even going to be an issue. Good lair switch, only in wood now. And then he's going to get his minis off. 200 materials. Looking, he's kind of waiting for this opponent. Now you're going to notice with low mats and high amounts of floppers, he's just going to take zone and maximize his placement. He sees extra materials over here. Just someone who had no mats. 50s all around. This opponent sees him, takes a little bit of damage. And then you're going to see a flopper played height take. Really, really good crack right there. Gets in. He's now trying to maximize his placement to his best of his ability. He drops right here, conserving, and uses his last hard mats to make a box. Looking for whatever pick. 32 gets a huge crack. Decides to take 1 mini. And now we're shambles, right? We have nothing. Alright, now we gotta look for impact frags. Nice 36. Fortunate to get that elimination with this opponent right there. Good right hand peek. He gets all the materials, which was a shambles low ground player. Doesn't get it, but it's okay. We have 100. We maximize. We're now in a top 10 situation. Really, really good use of the floppers. Now I don't know if he's gonna get out of this one. Opponent drops on low ground. Cracks him for 76. And ends up picking up that elimination as well. Really good job. A good amount of mats right here. I don't know if it was worth going for the shotgun here. And ends up trusting really good crosshair placement. Right hand peek using that window. And then he gets cracked. But man, oh man, he maximized that with good flopper play. Now we're going into a Game 7 end game. Like I said, early game we're going to see King. Late game we're going to see end game fundamental knowledge. Notice on that dead side, look at that top right corner right here. Look, on that dead side, conserve tarping, saving mats. Dropping to good layers. Playing that dead side of zone. We even get a nice little kind of mini refresh here with extra stuff. Good blocking his back. Good listening. Opponent decides not to cycle in. Surprisingly, good layer switch right there. Immediately box off when he knows his opponent is right next to him. He gets in and then gets another favorable zone. Another little nuanced thing right here. Now notice what he does here. It's a little nuanced. It's minute, but it's important. He knows opponents are above him. So what does he do? He cones off his top so he does not get fried. Little nuanced thing. It doesn't end up doing anything for him really. High ping, none of those bullets get through. But notice how he isn't consistently pressuring. He's kind of tap fire pressuring. He sees this opponent sitting here chug splashing. Better reload management may have gotten him the kill. He's sitting here waiting. He has good mats. He's on a more. He's really not on the most dead side, but playing very, very slow and then gifted high ground again. It's a free high ground take by just a good awareness and then really good aim. Gets that elimination. Only 2 kills, but playing placement. He drops down, plays ahead. Notices the opponent back in the storm, pressuring him off, trying to get him away from his lair. Now you're going to see something incredibly unfortunate. Someone that flopper players him. This is nothing he can really do. You wouldn't expect this to happen. And he gets lasered on someone who smartly uses his flappers to tank zone. So really good stuff. 44 people in going to 5th. Really good crack. Really good movement. This is kind of scary. But really good crosshair placement to get that. 39 and first moving. Now opponent's sitting in a wood cone. Maybe shambles. No way to know. And then we fast forward to an end game. We don't really get to see his rotations, unfortunately. But he's almost in. He's pressuring people that he sees. Getting little tags here and there. Realizes he needs to move. Drops the opponent down. Realizes he's white, 30, but doesn't overcommit to it. He decides to get in. Tanks a little bit of zone. Opponent tries to blow him off his lair, so he decides to just drop. It does work. Good recognition that this is his old builds right here. I don't know how he knew that. Just really good game sense where he was. He tries to take this bouncer, but doesn't panic. Just doesn't panic. He tries an interesting little flopper play, but immediately gets to dead side low ground because he doesn't have a lot of mats. Gets his minis off. Really good. And then we're just focusing on maximizing placement, looking for picks here and there. I don't know if he's going to be able to do anything crazy out of here. He may have just got it into a top 10, which is sometimes all you could do. Gets a free pickup right there. Gets in. Unfortunately gets RPG'd. And then 6th place GG's to him. Really great stuff. An insane VOD review from probably the best player in the world right now. Well guys, I hope that you did enjoy today's VOD review. If you did, please drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on post notifications. And I hope I'll be seeing you in the next one. Peace.